Let's switch gears and let's start getting into some hard hitting topics. And one of these is a book that I'm currently reading. It's called The Slight Edge. And for anybody that's out there that's listening, go get this book. I highly recommend it. It's called The Slight Edge. And I like personal development books. And I don't like to call them that because when you start talking about personal development or self improvement, it sounds like work. And we have enough stresses in our day that we're not really looking to add work to our day. But just think of them as ways to help increase happiness in your life. And that's truly what this book is looking to do, is to increase happiness in your life, from your work to your relationships, to your own fitness, to anything that you want. It increases your happiness, your relationships. So it's called The Slight Edge. And one of the areas that I really like about this, that it touched on, especially in the early part, is that a lot of times in anything that we want to find success in, we really push and we do these small, detailed, specific things in those tasks to get the goal that we want, and that we start really pushing to start finding this success or improvement. Take it be fitness, going to the gym, tracking your food, being structured on your workouts, finding consistency, maybe your relationships with a spouse or somebody else, that you're putting in structured time, communicating in a certain way. You're doing these little things that truly help make the biggest difference. And once we start achieving some level of success and we see that we're improving on it, then we feel like we arrive. And once we feel like we arrived, then we don't have to push as much. We don't have to do the same level of activity. We don't have to, maybe I can let off a little bit. I don't have to go to the gym every day. I don't have to track every bit of my food. And because of that, we lose the edge. We lose that edge to the point where we start seeing a regression in our improvement. And it starts coming back down to the baseline. And you can see this all the time. Start losing weight, and then you regain weight. You had a really strong relationship with your spouse a couple months ago, now you don't. Or a friend. Or a child. So the point is with the slight edge is that we don't want to ever plateau or go down. We want to keep that slight edge on us to continue to do the little things, to continue to find even more success. And it's about not letting up, essentially. And that's one small premise in the book, but it adds more detail as you go along. The other thing that it touches on really is about that in the history of our human development, we've always had to plant, cultivate, harvest. It was a natural progression. That anything that we wanted to find success in our lives, we needed to plant, cultivate, harvest. It might be our children. Got to plant them, got to grow them, cultivate them up, and then in the future, as they become successful, functioning members of society, then we're reaping our reward. We're harvesting. In our fitness, it could be that we plant, we prepare of what we want, our goals, how we're going to do it, how we're going to structure. We're going to learn about it. We're going to cultivate by doing the work, by consistently doing the work, by checking ourselves, modifying, learning. And then the harvest is the outcome that we want for our own fitness levels, our health-related levels, or strength gains or whatever our goals are. So you could apply that to anything in your life: work, fitness, health, relationships. But we're at a point now where we're able to shortcut a lot of things. Technology has been fantastic because we're able to manufacture or speed things up at a rapid level. So we've been able in the last 100 years to shortcut the tradition of plant, cultivate, harvest. So this natural progression is really everything. But now if I don't have to plant, cultivate, harvest, and I can go straight down to McDonald's and within 30 seconds, they give me the meal that I want and I'm on my way and eating, there is no more plant, Cultivate, Harvest, essentially they've made everything instant. So we get fed instantly. Social media. I could talk to my wife at a moment's notice anytime, any day. Instant. So when you're looking at the slight edge, the biggest thing that they're talking about as well is that we can't skip those important steps in our lives to find success in them of plant, cultivate, harvest. That we truly need to use two factors. And the greatest multiplier to our success in plant, cultivate, harvest truly is time. Time is the great multiplier. But the reason it's the great multiplier is by using the compound effect. And the compound effect is that I'm going to build this today and a little bit more tomorrow, and I'm going to add another layer and another layer and another layer and another layer and another layer, which then time multiplies it. My success now from one area to the next is solely predicated on the compound effect through time. So if I can gather that compound effect over time, I make huge strides in the success of whatever I want in my life, my relationship, my health, fitness, work success, anything. So it's important that we go back and remember, plant, cultivate, harvest. Even though we live in a society that allows us to shortcut and not truly have to cultivate, we can go plant to harvest instantly. Truly to find success in our lives, we need to take that step. We need to use the compound effect that every day we're building upon the next, be consistent with it over time. And that's where your gain is found. That is truly where the success is. So, again, I'm only halfway through the book. Slight edge, powerful book. I recommend it to anybody that's out there. You will not be disappointed. And you can apply tangible things to your life to help make a difference today.